Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just catching Cassie by surprise. She didn't know I was starting a video, but miracles do happen. Selling more chickens or more poultry in one day than she ever has before. So I just got back from the Amish auction with a truck. I hauled a bunch of roosters off, and
I think I've sold more than this in one day.
you probably have, but multiple sellings in one day.
Oh, okay.
Probably isn't that common. Are you actually selling this one though? The one that we're about to get?
No.
Okay, so
True Cassie fashion, I'm giving it away.
So Cassie sold some roosters at the Amish auction. I
Possibly gave those away. We don't know what they sold.
Yeah, we don't. We maybe just gave a playpen away or sold it. But our neighbor called, the original neighbor that we got the Indian runner ducks from.
Yep.
And
several years ago, so the kids used to go do farm chores for her when she would be out of town, and very early on in our hatching, Ransom wanted ducks. She had some, so I asked if we could take some eggs home to incubate them, and she said yeah, and that's how we started with our runner ducks.
Well, now she's in need.
Yep, she's down to one. So she said two just up and disappeared the other day, and I told her, I said, I bet they're out, they're sitting on eggs somewhere.
They might come back, but they might be gone too.
Yeah, so she says she can't find them, but she only has one. It's lonely, so I told her I'd give her one of mine, so it would have a friend.
All right, so there you go. Cassie's a giving person. If anybody needs chickens, just talk to me, and I'll make sure you get whatever you need. No, not really. We're not getting rid of any more chickens.
Tries to make me sell them. I'm the one that gives them away.
We're not getting rid of any more chickens right now because we're only getting about 12 eggs a day, which is kind of, I know you guys are like, a dozen a day, that's a lot. That's kind of not very many for us.
But used to getting 30 some.
Yeah, so she's here, so we're gonna go see if we can catch her duck.
The one in the back now, right? In the middle? Yeah. Okay.
So we got the duck caught and it went to its new home, and now you guys can probably guess what I'm up to. We need to restock on fuel on the farm, diesel, because I've been brush hogging and I need more. And I also need to fix my brush hog, and gas because, well, Ransom's little go-kart doesn't have any gas. Lawnmowers need gas and all that. But you can see out here, we have a missing link. The slip clutch on my brush hog may or may not be out. I bought new discs I'm going to try to put in the brush hog in just a little bit and see if that works. So I'm not going to do a full video on that, but I will show you guys what I learned because I've never worked with a slip clutch before. Hopefully I can get it figured out. If not, Cassie said she's going to buy me a brand new brush hog. Didn't you say that, Cassie?
I said if that's what you need, go get it. I'm sure they make used ones also.
Well, I did price a brand new one while I was getting my parts. How much do you think a brand new one was? 7 foot wide?
First I said like 3,500 and he was like more. So I said 8,000, and then you said 5, I think.
$5,200 for a 7 foot brand new brush hog. Mine's a 6 foot. For the parts to fix it, how much do you think that was?
$80.
$12.
Oh.
So hopefully if it fixes it, then I'll be in good shape. But maybe one day at a farm auction or an Amish auction or some auction, I'll find a good used one worth the money. Somebody that hasn't used it very much. That's what we're going for. So
that's what we always look for.
All right, well, I've got a lot of gas cans. I gotta go get gas.
About time.
What are you doing?
Ransom and I were messing with some of the battery operated cars that we have.
Playing cleanup?
Yeah, I switched the battery over in that one and it won't go. So.
But the other one will go?
But it makes noise.
But it makes noise. So that's got a good battery in it and it still won't go?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's clicking. But anyway, it's too hot to worry about right now. I was going to show you later.
Okay. So we're trying to figure out, downsize our battery operated stuff because Ransom has a Yamaha motorcycle that's gas powered, a go-kart that's gas powered, and so we just want to make sure that everything we have works.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, it's junk, but
time to get rid of it.
If there's things we want to keep for when little bear gets older, but also if it's junk, it's junk.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna go to the gas station. We'll catch back up with you guys in just a little bit. All right, we're getting all the gas tanks filled up. Ransom, I left my wallet at home. Are you gonna pay for this?
No.
Huh?
No.
Come on, man. How are we gonna get out of here?
You brought money.
Oh, okay, I brought money.
And it's already past 100.
Yeah, $114. We'll finish it off. So I'm back inside the shop. We got all our fuel, and now I need to tackle my brush hog clutch, slip clutch. So this goes into the gearbox of the brush hog. This extends on down, hooks to the tractor. So the whole purpose of a slip clutch is if a brush hog is spinning and it hits a stump or it hits a rock or something really solid, that this shaft can keep spinning because the tractor's turning it, and this side of the shaft can stop, because if it comes to a sudden stop, it needs to stop. It can stop and not harm the gearbox and not hurt anything. So I'm just going to be taking off these bolts all the way around, and we'll see what's inside the middle. So I just took all the bolts, all the springs, and off, and the nuts off. And here is, let's see, kind of a spindle. And this is what the slip clutch discs sit against. So it should have one on each side just like that. And thankfully, that is the right size, so I don't have to worry about that. And here is the old disc. So that one looks okay on that side. But on this side, it is completely adhered to the plate. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to clean this up, go get a chisel or something, and maybe hit it with a little bit of a grinder or something and try to clean that up. But that one definitely, I'm sure that one would be okay, but it's got cracks in it. It needs to be replaced. So while I'm working on the brush hog, I came over here to help for a second, but the kids are setting up the water slide all on their own. So we're trying to teach our kids that they can do stuff on their own. Sometimes they might need a little bit of help or a little bit of guidance, but they want to play with the water slide. They're gonna set it up. When it's finished, they're gonna take it down, and they're gonna learn how to do it correctly. And they're doing a good job, by the way. So I'm proud of them. So we had significant buildup on this plate and that one, and I had to scrape the old disc off, but now I'm gonna put the new ones on. And no, I did not run my grinder right here by the gasoline. I took these outside and worked on them out there. But now I'm ready to put it all back together. So it is finished. Now it's time to put it to the test. But first I have to do the chores, so I'll put it to the test in just a little bit. Everything's lubed up, ready to go, and hopefully, fingers crossed it works. So I got everything back together on the brush hog, and Cassie is out here
Posting on TikTok.
Oh, we're not TikTokers. We don't have any dance moves that are questionable, but there is an audience out there for TikTok. We have friends that are really, really big on TikTok and do great with their content. So Cassie does have an account. What's it called, Cassie?
Walker Farm Fam, of course.
There you go. All you have to do is search the good old Walker Farm Fam. But Cassie's also out here watching the children play on the water slide. I told them that they put it up, they're gonna take it down, all right?
They're big enough.
That's the plan. We have a teenager, an 11-year-old, 7-year-old, and then one that actually can't. But the rest of them can all help and do it. So that is the plan, at least. Watch them learn how to do stuff on their own.
Wrong button.
So I'm gonna do a quick feeding with the animals. I say quick because it's hot outside, and I wanna go test my brush hog out as soon as possible. But always have to take some time out of our day for our animals. We love them, and Zena takes really good care of everybody, so we try to take good care of her. I'll get you some fresh water in a little bit, Cases. Oh, a little bit of dog food spilled. There you go. And the sheep are doing awesome as can be. They have plenty of grass, and they all look really healthy in the middle of summer. And I know it's hot right now. It's probably 98 degrees today, 96 maybe, but in just a few weeks, it's gonna be fall. I'm gonna be enjoying some pumpkin spice creamer. That's right, Rowdy. Cassie will make fun of me, but I'm gonna enjoy my pumpkin spice creamer and my coffee with a little bit of a cool morning. It's coming. Just wait, people. Hey, can you guys get back? There you go. All right, ducks, I'm sorry we got one less duck, but it happens. Whenever you have a friend that is in need, if you're able to help them, then help them out. You'll never regret it. So, all right, let me put this camera up while I feed these girls. That leaves us with 3 Indian runner ducks. So there's those 2 right there. And then this one over here is actually has several eggs underneath her. I think she has about 5 eggs underneath her. And Tesla over here, I think maybe sitting on duck eggs as well. Let's take a peek under her. Cassie found one. Let's see what we got. What we got under you, girl? Yep, yep. So she's not happy about it, but she has duck eggs under her as well. And that means that she could be hatching out some ducks. Tesla's a really good mama at hatching. Not turkeys, but ducks or chickens. She's hatched both and raised both. So let's see if we can get some more ducks from her. So after we took the roosters off, these are the 4 hens that remain in our grow out pen. And all of these 4 are gonna go out to the chicken tractor. So we have successfully grew out the grow out pen. Back Shelby, back Shelby, back Shelby. I don't want you in here, back please. I was just checking their stuff. Had some leftover watermelon. Dump that out where they can get to it. But I had to run inside, and when I did, grab myself one of these Good Pops. Kind of stuck on these after we did Whole 30. These are just fruit juice and water, all natural ingredients, so I like these a lot better than regular popsicle. Well, you're gonna notice a couple changes. One, the garden, if you noticed it when I drove past it, I brush hogged everything down except for the tomatoes. Weeds were out of hand, the corn was done, a lot of the things were done. I was done with it if it wasn't finished. And the peppers were the one thing I could have saved, but I really didn't think about it, and I accidentally knocked down some of them, so I went ahead and brush hogged all of it. But I was gonna show you guys, I moved, another change is I moved this fly control contraption over here in the shade, and it is working some. You can see, I can see some oil on this one's back right here. It's easier to see on the white cows. You can see how her head's kind of dark, and what that does, it gets that fly control over their body and helps them repel flies. When flies are gone, the cows are happier. They can do what they're supposed to as far as eating and that type of thing. But being in the shade, they should be able to get in it a lot more than they were in the past. So I just finished out here in the big coop. I think we got about 8 eggs today, but you don't see a whole lot right now, and that's kind of on purpose. So we were talking to our neighbor that got the Indian runner duck. She had 2 Indian runner ducks just disappear out of nowhere. They think it may have been a chicken hawk, birds of prey. But one reason we don't cut down this little tree over here, and the one reason we leave this grass as tall and thick as you can see it, is because we want to make sure our birds have a place to go, a shelter, if a bird of prey is up in the air and needs to get them. So this tree actually fell over, but you can see it's still green and still growing limbs. So it's still hanging on there, hanging on to life somehow. But we always have the coops that they can get under, that helps. But I also think having a brush pile or random objects or something in your chicken run will really help when it comes to predators, because they have the big advantage of being able to see from the air, swoop down, grab it, and go right back up, or stay down there and eat it. Also, we talked about having black chickens. So having a black chicken in your mix and your run probably helps out as well. But sometimes you're just going to lose birds. You lose animals. It's farm life, people. That's the way it goes, and you can't protect them 100% of the time. But doing things like giving them somewhere to shelter and having some blackbirds might just help you out. It's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Is that what the news used to tell people? Like it was time for you to go find your kids because it's time for them to go to bed? Well, I know where most of my kids are. My one big kid and my two almost teenagers and teenager. Coach is out here pushing people around. What are you doing?
I'm supposedly the rebounder. I'm
Getting crushed? Oh, Mazzy took you to school. It's not even time for school yet, Mazzy.
Who said for it?
All right, well.
I mainly just foul and Ranger works on and one finishing with contact.
Are you fouling hard enough? Because those kids he plays against foul pretty hard. All right, well, I'm out here for a reason. The reason is, whoa, watch it, young lady. Watch it, young lady. The reason is to get all those chickens moved. So the chickens in the grow out pen need to go to the, what's that thing called out front? Chicken tractor. Chicken tractor chickens, ransoms need to go to the back. So I'm gonna try to get those done real quick. So I got all 4 hens inside this medium size, say it's a medium sized pet carrier. So I'm gonna take them down, put them in the chicken tractor, get Ransom's chickens, take them to the back, and we'll maybe catch up with you guys tomorrow and Cassie can explain why her new chicken tractor is the way it is with new different chickens and not the American breast that she got rid of. So we'll talk to her tomorrow. So today it's after church and we are back at it on the farm, and we had a great church service this morning. If you guys are not checking out our services online, Locust Grove Free Will Baptist, we share those. We Cassie and I actually do the Facebook Live and run the video for the computer and things like that, and we share it every week. So we would love for you guys to join us. Sometimes I forget to mention that, but since it's Sunday right after church, now's a good time. But we're back home, back on the farm, and you can see that I am filling up my, I think this is a 15-gallon sprayer, and I just use the little lawn tractor right here and go around and spray things that need to be sprayed. Right now, what needs to be sprayed a little bit on the driveway, but mostly the fences, the Premier One netting. So the chicken fence, the fence way out there, you guys can see past the shop out there, for the goats and the sheep, or the goat and the sheep, that fence needs to be sprayed as well. Also, Cassie should be out in a little bit. We're gonna go check out the chicken tractor and see how the chickens I moved last night are doing. Hopefully they're doing well. But I put enough spray in for about 2/3 of this. About 10 gallons is what I want to mix up. So in case you have not seen it, a quick look at my little setup here. That works so much better having this little battery sprayer, and I can take this and ride it along right here. So much better than pumping up a 2.5 or 3 gallon sprayer. Even the backpack sprayer on my back is a lot heavier, so this really works out nice if you have it as an option. Also, I was going to tell you Johnson grass. So the Johnson grass out here in the field, it can be deadly at the wrong times, meaning right after a drought or whenever it's being stressed. And I brush hogged all the Johnson grass down in the donkey pen. So pretty much all the Johnson grass is out of there, except for the fence line. There's still a little bit in the fence line. So I'm also going to spray today and kill out any remaining Johnson grass there. So reminder, if you have Johnson grass on your place and you have livestock that can access it, be careful. Right now is a horrible time. We've went, I think, a week without rain, and it's gonna be stressed very soon. So now's the time to make sure and try to get your livestock away from that Johnson grass if possible, because it can be deadly. So Cassie's headed down with me to check out the chicken tractor post all the changes last night.
Yep.
And I'm excited now that we have a finalized chicken tractor, and that Cassie has finally made her mind up for a third time what birds need to go in the chicken tractor. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. We need you.
You know, he could change.
Well, that's what life's about. Changing your mind, having a variety. I mean, if this was college, Cassie would be on her 4th major right now.
I stayed with the same thing the whole time. I told him on some video, I don't know, that I really like variety in the big pen. Like, that's what I like to do. But people like purebred stuff when they go to start doing chicken. So I'm trying to have some purebreds to be able to hatch and sell and all that. But I prefer barnyard mixes. That's what I like, but it's not what everybody likes.
Well,
but so far, I give chickens away and I make no profit, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, sometimes it buys our feed, and we get a lot of eggs and eat lots and lots of eggs, which I think
all
is
of our eggs away,
a good protein.
Okay.
So here is the new look chicken tractor.
That one's pretty.
She is pretty. And you have a really pretty rooster. I think his feathers are real nice. So I'm gonna get in here so I can not be behind bars. But there's 4,
and he doesn't ever try to come at you, does he?
5, 6,
he's really young.
7 hens and a rooster. No, he doesn't ever try to come at me. Knock on wood.
As he gets older, you never know. But
Yeah, it seems like chickens being in this chicken tractor, a lot of times they become more territorial than they would otherwise. But this breed is supposed to be one of the friendliest breeds out there, right, Cass?
Sure.
Orpingtons, is that right?
I don't know.
I think that's what people
so.
that's what people have been telling me. And usually you can pet them without them like going completely crazy, and not very many chickens are like that. But you guys can get a good look at them.
So the spotted one is a Jubilee, but I'm 99% sure Jubilee is a branch of Orpington. So
Okay.
like, all these are Orpington, but you have chocolate Orpington, Jubilee Orpington, Splash Orpington, Blue Orpington. I don't know, I'm new to this.
Yeah, so they're
That's why I
Orpingtons.
like barnyard mixes, because I'm not good with breeds, and I don't with breed names, and people email or send me pictures all the time. Cassie, what breed of chicken is this? I have no clue. Like, that's why another reason I like barnyard mixes, because I don't focus on the breeds.
Well, and we have a chicken book of perfection, but that's just recognized breeds. Sometimes there's breeds that aren't recognized that are people will also talk about. But these eggs that we hatched came from Eddie Family Farm, and that's where you guys can go if you want to check out some more Orpingtons, and go ask Brandon those questions. You know, give Cassie a break and go ask Brandon all the questions and let him answer them. Right, Cass?
Yep.
He knows his stuff when it comes to Orpingtons.
Oh, he does. He knows more than I do, but he's still trying to learn too.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get it figured out.
Stephanie has wine dots. I think I need some of those too.
We're not having another dedicated pen.
No,
that sounds like a barnyard
just a couple
mix.
to put back there.
Oh, okay.
Wine dots sound like a barnyard mix?
Huh?
Wine dots sound like a barnyard mix?
No.
You mean that sounds like one to put back there?
To put back there so I don't have to have another dedicated pen to have to come and feed.
I would probably just put them back there, because I've sold so many from back there. We're only getting like a dozen eggs a day, and Gary's used to getting 25.
Hang on. It's also 100 degrees average this week. So once the weather cools down, the temperatures, I think we'll go back to getting about 20 eggs a day, from what I can tell at least, on average. So I want to close this up. So if you're looking at the ground and saying it looks awfully bare, it does. But the reason is because it's been so hot in Oklahoma, and I think we've only got a couple more weeks and the temperatures are going to slowly start coming down. But right now they're under this persimmon tree, and this persimmon tree gives them shade, full shade, from about noon all the way until about 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. And I think one of the most important things for chickens in the summertime is shade, natural shade, to keep them cool. because the Oklahoma heat's brutal. So we moved the pen about 5 foot, so that gives them some nice fresh grass.
Yeah, but they're still under the shade.
And
so
this rooster picked up a persimmon and he instantly put it down. You think he got cotton mouth?
I bet.
So if you guys are not familiar with our persimmon trees here in Oklahoma, we've had people out in California and different places tell us, those are persimmons, those are babies, baby persimmons, because ours are so small. But the deer...
Didn't someone send us some big ones in the mail?
Yeah, somebody did send us some big ones in the mail and they were delicious. But the deer absolutely love these. These are about probably half grown. What'd you say?
I also love them.
Cassie loves them. The possums really love them as well. We've had possums come down here, grab persimmons. So once the weather cools down,
we're gonna have to move them when the possums are wanting to come and eat them when they're ripe, because we don't want them by the possums.
No, but I don't know. Possums aren't a terrible, they're not as bad as raccoons.
Possums want to eat your eggs more than your birds.
Yeah, they want to get in there and get after the eggs, and we've had one in our chicken coop before. But for the most part though, that has worked out really well. But as soon as the weather breaks, the hot weather, I'm going to slowly start pulling the tractor back to the house, and we'll get it back in the yard where the animals leave it alone.
Yeah, the farm dogs keep all the predators and stuff out of the yard. That being a little further down, a possum will sneak over there. But on the walk down, the sun was behind the clouds and it was kind of enjoyable. Now, miserable.
Yeah, it's hot. I was out here sweating. I've already finished spraying the driveway area, so now I've got to go do the chicken coop in the back and the sheep fence to make sure the Premier One fence stays electrified and no predators get your animals.
Yep.
So that is what we're working on though. So we're going to end the video in just a second. And if I have time today, I'm going to finalize my wall sizes on the bus. Get Cassie in there to help me in a little bit. Tell me exactly if it's big enough or not for our bathroom. And I saw Amazon drop a package a while ago. We might have more shades to put up.
Info for them.
Uh-oh, info for our subscribers.
So I want to make sure that they know that Gary and I will be at the Urban Homesteading Expo September 15th, 2024.
2 days before my birthday, just saying.
Yeah, we should have a party.
Party.
That is Ransom's birthday.
That is Ransom's birthday.
The location is the Special Events Area Modern Living Building at the Oklahoma City Fairgrounds in Oklahoma City. So Okie Homesteading Expo, Keeping It Dutch and Hidden Heights Farm, they are putting this on. And it's called the Urban Homesteading Expo, but it's a part of the Oklahoma State Fair in Oklahoma City. So it's just a one-day event. I'll be there speaking about chickens along with several other people. You can look on their Okie Expo,
I have no idea, so I'm not even gonna try to say it.
Okie Homesteading Expo, it wouldn't come out. Facebook for more information, but to get in, like admission, you buy a fair ticket. So the Oklahoma State Fair is the biggest fair in Oklahoma. There'll be amazing food. You can go watch all the events that take place at the Oklahoma State Fair. And then the Urban Homesteading Expo is just part of that as well. So look it up, see if there's other speakers you want to see. More information will be out on their Facebook, I'm sure, as it gets closer. But September 15th, it is on a Sunday at the Oklahoma State Fair in Oklahoma City. Gary and I will be there, and I'm going to be bringing some chicken eggs and other things. As we get closer, we'll tell you what all we'll have.
And it's a good time to book your rooms if you need to stay, or just make your plans on your calendar. That way you can block that day off if you want to come see us.
Yep.
So that's all that we have today. Cassie, any prayer requests here for catching up with the walkers?
So several of you have messaged me on Facebook or sent emails and even messages on Instagram asking for prayer for your family or yourself, different things you're going through, health things and all that. So the Lord knows each and every one of those prayer requests. And so if you would just join us in praying for all of the fellow Walker Farm fam subscribers out there and the needs they have, we would truly appreciate that.
All right. Well, we thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day to catch up with the walkers here on the farm. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.